All right, so it's a week after the two-stroking saws post on Facebook about the Neotech return saws and dumping them for $100. And so we got a chainsaw-sized box here, so let's open it and find out what's in it. Complete packaging. Looks like I was expecting just a saw in a box, so it's kind of cool. What's that? Another 070 for $100. So let's see what kind of condition it's in. So I bought my first one about a year and a half ago, maybe closer to 2 years. So kind of eager to see what the new ones are like. It comes with a big pull handle. Mine didn't. My first one didn't. So that's kind of cool. These could certainly use it. Some more spare parts, gaskets and stuff. So be interesting to see. So anyway, I wanted to open it up real quick and kind of check it out. So they said it could be various reasons. A scored cylinder, this reason or that reason, is customer returns, and so he said some of them may even run. So no air filter, looks like. So yeah, no air filter. Have to get one of those. But I think what I'm going to do with this though is I want to make a 090 clone, and so I'll paint it all the appropriate colors and get the badges and the whole thing and make it look like an 090 and put a big old still bar on it just because they're cool old saws. But it's been run a little bit. Not much though. Mine was all scratched up on here. Just a little bit of use and starting it and all that. Got scratched up pretty quick. But turns over good. Got great compression. So, who knows? Could have just been a carb issue and whoever bought it couldn't figure it out. So I think I'll check out the cylinder through the spark plug with a light, and then might throw some gas in it. We'll see if it'll start. All right. So the cylinder looks good from the spark plug hole. Put about a half a tank of fuel in it, and the high screw was a full turn out. The low screw was a turn and a half out, so I kind of suspect it might just have been really rich and wouldn't start, or started and then wouldn't run. So anyway, let's see if we can get her to either start or fart. So, sounds like it's lean, so I'll open the low up another half a turn. go again. Just take that off so we don't lose the nuts. Drop the brand new cover in the gravel. That might be it. Clutch. There it is. Huh. Well, that might be our issue. But for a $100 saw that apparently runs, it's not so bad. Alright, pause you guys, and I'll take that cover off. Actually, I decided I'll just let it play. You guys might be interested in seeing this, but I'll dive into the toolkit here. Take some Allen wrench. My other one had slotted screws up here. I think the whole thing had slotted screws, but these are Allen heads now. So they send the appropriate Allen wrenches, but it doesn't say what size it is. So but I don't know. My first one was pretty fun to play with. Ported the 070 top end, and it makes considerably more power ported, and it runs good and runs really smooth, surprisingly smooth. It's actually a lot of fun to cut with. But the 090 just has that much more torque, and is a lot of fun too. It's kind of a beast. It's like having a dirt bike in your hands. But the piston and crank are out of balance a little bit more on the 090, and so it vibrates like crazy. Well, there you have it. The pawl fell out. So looks like the that pawl spring, I don't know if you can see it there, is bent up. So I might be able to tweak it back, and we'll see. If not, I'll have to buy another one or something, but it's not so bad. So anyway, that's my plan for this saw, is I'll buy a 090 top end and port it and just play around with it, have some fun with it, build another big saw. And then I want to dress it up like an 090 just for fun. So anyway, this is pretty cool. I might just pull the starter off my other saw for now. Yeah, the spring's not going to stay. You can kind of see it's bent up, kind of tweaked, so I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, if that's the issue, you know, it's a warranty deal. It's actually not so bad. You can see the paint is kind of thin in some spots. So I'm going to paint it anyway. I'll paint it that white. I'll drill the badge off. I'm going to put a Stihl badge on there and dress it up like an 090. So it'll be kind of fun. I mean, for $100, what the heck? It's a cheap way to get a saw to play around with. So anyway, that's that. So I'll be on the lookout for the next two-stroking saws inventory dump. I might get an 892 to play with. Those seem to be a little more popular, but I'm seeing a lot more of the 070s on YouTube and whatnot, people playing with those. Not seeing a lot of people porting them though. A lot of people are milling with them, but I haven't done a lot of milling with mine after I ported it, but I did do a little bit, and it is definitely an improvement. But I think the biggest thing is for me is I cut every other set of teeth off the chain, and so that helps the saw stay up in the RPMs and gets the fan moving, which moves air across the cylinder, and then you're not lugging the saw as hard. And so I haven't had any issues whatsoever with heat, both in the 070 and the 090 and the 880 that I built. And kind of in the porting world, a lot of guys say don't port a milling saw, but so far I don't see any issue with it. The saw uses actually less fuel after being ported than this saw did stock, and so it runs faster, the cut times are faster, it runs higher in the RPM band, it cuts easier, it's right in that working range. I mean, everything about it is better. So in my opinion, I don't see the deal with porting a saw for milling. You probably don't want to go all out race and then try to mill with it, but I don't see any issues with like a woods port, if you want to call it that, and then milling with it. But anyway, so I mean, kind of back to this saw. Look at it, I mean, there's a few thin spots in the paint, but I mean, it's by no means very used. So I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, I'll tear it apart and look at it. It would be really cool if Neotech or even Farmertech would start selling these with the 090 top end already on them, you know, where you could just buy an 090 137cc saw and go play with it. But also for everybody that likes playing with these, you know, it gives you something to do, so that's pretty cool. So again, shout out to Two Stroking Saws, you know, $100 saw, it's awesome. Okay, so I put the recoil off my other one on here, so it seems to have a, I don't know, a stiffer spring. That one seems to be bent or something, but anyway. So I'll see if this thing runs, and then I want to tear it apart. I want to see if it's got points or electronic ignition in it too, and then the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the governor too. So anyway, here we go. Well, there you have it. The beast runs. $100. Pretty sweet.